Hello and welcome to Business Today TV. I am Chetan Bhutani. I have the MG Windsor EV with me, and I'm gonna in this video show you a detailed, insightful review of what really the vehicle is all about. I'm gonna also talk about how really the driving experience and of course sitting behind in this car looks like and feels like. And I'm gonna also break down the cost economics and the math behind owning a battery as a service vehicle, which my MG has introduced in its Windsor EV. Do have a look and watch out for the cost economics and if it's really saving you money in compared to the ICE vehicle.
At first glance, the Windsor EV stands out with a design that's hard to pin down. It's like a blend of a hatchback, MPV, and compact SUV all rolled into one. Up front, the split lightning setup is sleek and modern, with pod-style LED lights below and connected LED DRLs up top. There's just the right touch of chrome, not too much, keeping things elegant. The MPV-like styling might not appeal to everyone at first, especially in a world dominated by SUVs. But give it time, it grows on you. Moving to the side, the Windsor stays sleek with flush door handles and 18-inch alloy wheels, giving it a clean aerodynamic profile. The charging port is cleverly hidden just below the A-pillar for easy access. Around the back, you get a sporty vibe with a roof spoiler and those futuristic connected LED tail lamps. The blackened out pillars create that floating roof effect, and the large glass panels at the A and C pillars add an open, airy feel. Step inside and it's all about comfort and space. Despite the predominantly black interior, it feels open thanks to the panoramic glass roof. The minimalistic design carries through here too. There are hardly any physical controls. Instead, everything is handled by a massive 15.6-inch touchscreen, controlling everything from headlights to ambient lighting. The seats are wide and well cushioned, and plenty of legroom and a flat floor at the back, making it perfect for 3 adults. Rear passengers will love the 135-degree recline, making the Windsor EV a great option for those who prefer to be driven.
So already, Indians are getting used to a whole lot of new features in the car, but this is something very new. We are used to having our, headlight lamp regulators either on this joystick or this joystick on the right side, but that's completely gone. So if you have to operate your light, although there are auto settings also on the headlight lamp, but one would want to adjust their light settings. So you will have to touch on this option here, and this is how it plays out. Headlight setting, headlight height setting, and the rear fog light settings. You can change the lamp position, low beam position. You can change to level 2 of the headlight height setting, to level 3 as per your convenience, and the rear fog light here. Quickly going back to, if you have to adjust your, side view mirrors, you typically have a regulator button out here or on the right side of the driver's seat. But this time it's completely here integrated fully into the infotainment system. You'll have to press this button right across the light button. If you press this button, you can shift to the left button, and you have to adjust the mirror through the left, the right, and of course up and down on the joystick, the play control, and the steering wheel itself. So that's how you'll have to get used to a certain features. Thirdly, if you have to choose what driving mode you have to drive on, if you want a lightweight, if you want a eco plus weight, or probably a more mileage friendly option, you'll have to come here and click like this. This is the mode option that you have here, mode option, and this is what you get. Driving modes Eco Plus, which is very hard, and a lot of mileage is actually saved. You typically, this is the eco mode, this is the normal mode, and this is the sports mode. And the energy recovery section is how is the car responding to the usage of the battery. So all in all, these 3 to 4 key functions are very new for the Indian audiences, and of course it will take time to adjust, but yes, it's a great initiative, because that's how an electric vehicle ecosystem would eventually grow and differentiate it from its ICE counterparts.
Now let's talk about how it drives. The Windsor offers 4 driving modes: Eco, Eco Plus, Normal, and Sport. During the test, I spent most of the time switching between Normal and Sport. Normal mode offers a smooth, balanced drive, but switch to sport and this thing turns into a pocket rocket. Even the slightest tap on the throttle makes the Windsor jump forward with energy. Eco and Eco Plus modes tone things down drastically, designed to stretch that range as far as possible. Perfect for long drives when you want to save on battery.
Alright, well, the first impressions of the MG Windsor EV is all about space. The company has given you a huge amount of space to do everything that you want to do. In fact, when I sat in the car and I saw this huge space, I thought, I mean, people could probably sit and have their lunch out there. But the company has, given these here. There's a storage space down there as well. So company has taken care of, the space issue that, many EVs or many cars probably have in this segment especially. But, the first driving impressions of the car is that MG has taken care of its minimalism very nicely. I mean, if you see the steering, it's compact. The buttons are the stereo mounted control and its buttons are compact and they function as per you want to. There is no confusion or there's no stickiness, no space of rubbing it wrong. But if I also look at the digital odometer that's given here, it's again very minimalistic. You have your digital odo speed here. You have that ready option when the car is ready to perform and it's switched on or it's switched off. The PRND gear shift is there. Your tire pressure mounting system is there. And of course, you can maneuver the car on the roads of Delhi very swiftly and very easily. We've driven close to about 100 odd kilometers on the streets of Delhi, and we have gone through cramped lanes. We have gone through highways as well. The car cruises very finely on the highways. No complaints about that. The car turns, maneuvers quickly around around dirty corners where you might feel a little scared to take the car, but the car responds really well. If I'm turning the car right in front of you, the steering is very fluid and it will respond to the command of the driver very nicely. So all in all, it's a good deal. But yes, what disappoints me sometimes is of course the stereo system, the infotainment system's readiness that we as Indian consumers will take time to adjust to, because so much technology fitted into one screen, and that too upfront will be a difficult feeling to adapt to. But yes, eventually if you adapt to, that's what will set apart the EV from its ICE counterparts.
So what's the verdict? The Windsor EV is definitely not your average electric car. It's got a unique design that stands out, a comfortable and spacious interior, and driving modes that can cater to both thrill seekers and those looking to maximize efficiency. If you're looking for an EV that's practical but isn't afraid to break the mold, the Windsor EV might just be the perfect fit for you.